Okay, so where are we with? Just gonna try and get all the volume levels up. I thought I'd been sieging down the Irish, but I guess I hadn't been. Latinitas, we're always going to go with Latinitas. Right, we're using this to get mats. We want to go towards belligerent. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure. Alright, so we're gonna wait another 9 months and then we'll declare war on Lemcan. Let's just... things wrong. Like, my arm is really itchy. Going by mosquitoes here. Oh. Oh, I think I have all the, um... Give me a sec. We have all the hegemonies. so, uh, yeah. Now we can declare these guys without fear of a coalition. Not that I fear it, mind you. Alright, so. Interesting, so these guys are not joined. So I might be able to... Oh, no, I can't. Alright. I can... annex Tunis. Hold on. Let me just figure this out. So I need to check the achievements. So possible. Look at Justinian's borders. So I need a bit of Zarb here. And the truce ends. So I think I have to white paste Tunis, unfortunately. Okay, so... Part of me thinks these guys are like pirates, but I don't think they are. We have a pirate nation up here in Norway, which I might actually deal with. Wondering if I don't have any like I think I might have to do this. I want to. Nah, keep the pirates. Keep the pirates. Fuck it. Ah. Oh, hold on. Wow. Okay. Did I... No, I didn't. That's interesting. I've never seen that before, where like a city just kind of spontaneously converts, assimilates like that. It's crazy. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, let's go. So we're gonna start moving our navies out to Sind. I gotta make sure I'm actually like... Okay, you know what? Put them back. I gotta feed the troops, so we're gonna start stealing some food. Oh, I annexed something. Right, yeah, yeah. Gotcha. The Republic of Tripoli, apparently. Oh, so I guess they've got, like, a bunch of, they're a trade company. How do I form trade companies, by the way? There's a bit. I feel like I should, yeah, again, I should white piece. If I don't... and you know what, another thing I want to do is probably start sending out my spy network. And we're going to start improving relations with the Frankish vessels. Vessels. Whistle. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Uh, 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 oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Okay, check out Sind. Just want to see where they're at. They're allied to Mamluks. They're Mamluks. I thought I was going to be able to, you know, attack Sind. Hold on. Ormus. These aren't the Mamluks. These are someone completely different. That's not good. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna have to white piece these guys. When does this rescind? Bioshock. Gotta look for that one. You're sick. Bioshock. Have all the D. Alright, good, good. I've got Bioshock Infinite from, like, the previous one. Thinking I'm probably gonna get, Dead Rising, and I might play that with my brother. Dead Rising 2, probably. Or the other Dead Rising game. No, 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 no. Corrupt is terrible. Get rid of him. He has to go. Not even very good. My ministers keep getting worse and worse. It's awful. Genuinely awful. I gotta look for my female character. Like maybe. I had a really good female. I don't know if she... Alright, so I haven't... Well, I'm gonna grant it. Cabinet room. make some comparisons. So 97, 2.71, that's 34. Wow, that'd be crazy if like we get the railroads and we reduce proximity down to 0. That'd be real. Yeah, you can see a big difference. One. That is crazy. Come on. Oh, so we've got all the institutions in the capital. We're just export. I want to get industrialization. Whoa. I need to get the capital. Oh, what am I doing? gonna take this away from not apps. Oh. Whoa. Oh, good. So we've got 5,000 troops up in the north, Alba. So we annexing. A heart. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Um, Unfortunately, the macro builder for uh like armies is a bit bugged out. I've been trying to like mess around with the template stuff, and it's not building for some reason. So yeah, doing all of that stuff now, getting some more, building some more legions at least. I have conquered Talemkin here, and I'm on my way to getting a new casus belli against the French. I'm probably going to war in Georgia as well. I mean, the plan is to go and build up these, and then send them out to Georgia to whittle them down. I'm thinking I'm going to send these guys out. They were going to go to Sind. Yeah, I'm at war. I'm going to be at war all the time, really. I don't think there's going to be any situation where I'm not at war. With the maybe occasional or two. Yeah, I'm at, well, the guys that I'm at war with are not. These guys are a rebellion. My fiefdom down in Nafusa managed to stuff things up so badly that they lost all their land. They're technically an extraterritorial nation now. Which actually reminds me, I actually want to start setting up extraterritorial nations. Apparently trade companies are a thing that I can actually form. And that they exist as, I mean, I might form like the East Roman, you know, or Western Roman, trade company. In Sind when I conquer that stuff. Just to see what it's like. Oh, right, yes, actually. And it won't be Georgia, it'll be, bloody, Egypt, actually. Because I want to take these lands in East Africa. But I might as well take this opportunity just to wipe them out completely here. Take their vassals while I'm at it as well. It's an imperialism casus belli too, so I won't be getting much in the way of antagonism. And I have fairly high diplomatic reputation, so I'm not really too worried about that. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I finished Crisis 3 as well. Just a little disappointed because apparently I have to play the game all over again because I did miss a couple of like intel pieces in the game. So I'm gonna play it like on regular difficulty just for my achievement run. I've got a bunch of achievements as well, like challenge achievements that I didn't get around to doing. Like, you know, like blowing up a helicopter with a bow and arrow. So yeah. Oh yeah, the pirate vassal. Yeah, that was a shame. Really, shame. Um. Right, so set him up on that army. Crisis 3 is a really short game. I forgot how, like, short these, like, first-person shooters were. It was, like, what, like, about, like, 9 to 10 hours? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind replaying it, because I I did have some fun with it. Like I think it's a solid game. It's just really short. And I think this is just because because I play a lot of Paradox games. I'm just so used to playthroughs taking thousands of hours to get through, and this was only 12 hours accrued. I'm assuming some of it was AFK, so I'm gonna say like 10 hours, 10 to 11 hours worth of gameplay. I think Halo was almost as short, but I feel like I spent, I think maybe because I binged through it. Maybe that's why it probably felt so short, because I remember like my Halo playthrough um took me like about a week when I was playing with my brother. Oh yeah, I'm considering getting Dead Rising. I'm gonna play that with my brother. It's well, not Dead Rising 1, it'd be Dead Rising 2 or the whichever one, one of the two versions of that game. I might play it with the Frank, what's his face, the journalist guy, the photographer guy. Um, we'll keep it as a part of Rome for now. So I think that's my South African colony that's been built up here. Certifico. And I probably want to start exploring these lands here. Bring him from, yeah, Maurits Haas. And we'll get some more colonial charters here. So there's a Roman colony over there. Alrighty, awesome. Oh, and I need another expedition here too. Rupert Nocta. Notka. Okay, awesome. And I think this is unexplorable down here. Again, I probably want to start competing with these guys as well. Form a colony here. More colonies. Alright, so I can't colonize through Wasteland. Oh. How do I check? Is there a colony map? No. Yeah, colonial. There we go. Okay, so that doesn't count, that doesn't count. Oh, the Moroccan have a colony. Hold on. Fuck. Oh, jeez. Okay, so what about me? What about me? Can I go to Tahiti? God damn it, Dutch! You and your goddamn plans! Yeah, I don't know, I'll just explain it. So there's a plot point in, I wouldn't even call it a plot point, it's really a delusion by this character named Dutch in Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, after everything goes wrong, he has this delusion that he's gonna, like, bring this gang of misfits and outlaws, to Tahiti to live in, like, the, you know, this promised land of sorts, where they can live out their days as outlaws, without any interference, as free men without interference from the civilized authorities. But of course, it is a delusion. You know he's not going to get away with it. With all those crimes that he's been committing throughout the game. That's not really a spoiler, that's like, you know, you just know that's the case, but... But yeah, I highly recommend that game if you've never played it. Oh, well, any of those Red Dead Redemption games. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna check Red Dead Redemption on Steam. Red Dead Redemption, the first game was really fucking good, but I haven't played that in, like, more than a decade. I think the last time I played that was like 2010 or 2011. $35, I might consider that. Alright, I'm gonna think about that. It's such a good game. You played the first? Yeah. Yeah, the second is like it's a prequel to the first one. And it's, I think it might be, in many ways it's better than the first. Though, obviously, they've had, you know, more than a decade to come out with that game. Oh, actually, you know what? I say more than a decade. I think the first game came out in 2008 or 2009, and the second came out like almost a decade after. I don't know when they started development on that game, so I couldn't really tell you, like, you know, couldn't give you a gauge as to whether, like, the first game had more development time. I think the second probably had a bit more. But yeah, my god, it's really fucking good. I keep thinking about it, even to this day. Like, I played it back... Well, I mean, I played it recently. So I did my first playthrough on the PlayStation 4, when it first came out. And then I did a second run that took me about, like, 3 years to finish. Because it was like a very casual, like, I'll play it every once in a while. I'll do, like, hunting. Do I watch Formula 1? No, I don't watch sports. It's, not really. Formula 1, that's a car thing, right? I know there's an F1 movie, with Brad Pitt on Apple TV. It's the only. Oh, you know what? There is another car racing movie that I can think of off the top of my head. I was gonna say that was the only one, but I think Ford versus Ferrari came out like 6 years ago. That's another car movie. I don't know why I'm talking about car movies, but yeah, no, I just I'm not really into any of that. Rotem Magus. That's a very Celtic name. I knew that was as soon as I heard it. So as soon as probably not this one. We'll move it out. Go for Homelander. Homelander. Fucking Homelander. Documentary on Netflix. Oh yeah. I like documentaries. I like history. Even if I don't like the thing that it's documenting, I'll probably watch it. But yeah. I feel like something. Oh yes, right. So when I take Georgian lands, I'm probably gonna prioritize taking lands in areas. Go area by area. So like Georgia, and then take lands up here. Try and get that coastline, and we're gonna try and go for oil duchy. I might even build a spy network. I mean, that's really... I'm strongly considering that. Man, this is going to be my biggest war, I think. I mean, in the 18th century, I should clarify, because I've had bigger wars, but... it's a kind of a world war with like incredibly weak countries. We've got the Teutons, we've got France, we've got Egypt, we've got Circassia. Thoughts on movies such as Saving Private Ryan? Saving Private Ryan is yeah, it's all right. I mean, I like it. It's a classic movie. But I mean, like if I were to compare it to something like um I'm just trying to think of another Spielberg movie. No, actually, you know what? Like Band of Brothers. You know, like Band of Brothers is way fucking like Saving Private Ryan is like the Hollywood version of like D-Day, and then you got the TV show Band of Brothers, this classic, and I just saw it like a year ago, and I think it's not only does it hold up, but I think it might still be like one of the greatest TV shows of all time. But that is like incredible. Um, um, I mean, that'll be that. Obviously, that's not necessarily putting Saving Private Ryan down or anything. I think it has incredible like set pieces. I think the initial D-Day landing on the beach is really good, if somewhat inaccurate. But it's yeah. Um, but yeah, I always like whenever I watch movies, I try to compare them to well, A, their contemporaries, or B, you know, genre pieces that achieve similar results. And yeah, Saving Private Ryan, it's a great movie, but if I want to watch like a World War II thing, it's gonna be Band of Brothers, slash The Pacific. I mean, those TV shows generally are really good. I tried watching. I'm just gonna go on a bit of a tangent here. I tried watching Masters of the Air, and I thought that was kind of boring. Um, that's like because obviously Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg, so they produce these World War II TV series. Band of Brothers is it's the story of the Norman invasion. Well, it's a story of the Western War in Europe from the perspective of Easy Company, which are a paramilitary group who saw action first in the Norman invasion of Normandy, I should say, and they pretty much stay in Europe until like I think VE Day, yeah, like and yeah, they're stationed there. They're there for the occupation, but obviously most of the TV series is their push to Berlin and their right up until the capitulation of the Germans and like the kind of like um their yeah, and I think the last episode is like the occupation of Germany. There's that fear that you know the men in Easy Company are going to get sent to the Eastern Front in the Pacific to fight the Japanese and in the war. Of course, I don't think any of them go out to Japan, but I think a bunch of those people actually fight in the Korean War, which I thought was interesting. The main guy, the guy who's played by Damian Lewis, is like a major or whatever in Korea. Um, um, and then you've got the Pacific, which is like it's the Eastern theater. It's the Pacific theater, and admittedly, I think it's probably not as good as Band of Brothers because Band of Brothers has a very cohesive perspective. But the Pacific is like it's done from the perspective of three different characters because no one character stays in the war for its entirety because the Pacific Theater was like fucking horrifying. um, um, so like it's like kind of a collage of like the big moments on the Pacific front. Again, I would recommend watching that as well. It's got like this really great cast of actors who have gone on to do bigger and better things. I think John Bernthal's in that. Um, uh, um, no, he doesn't stay in for very long, but he's in there for like 2 episodes. He doesn't. I don't think he dies. He just kind of gets redeployed, and you don't see him anymore. Yeah, and then Masters of the Air, which is like the third of the Spielberg Hanks movie TV series, is not a fan of that one. I think it's not as interesting. I think the generally the it's more of a CG um show because it's like it's World War II on the Western Front from the perspective of like bombers. It's a bomber team that which is the like the main perspective of the story, and so and I feel like I don't personally find that as interesting as the men on the front lines, and from a story and from a visual point of view, it's not as interesting. Um, but that's just me. I think people do like that show, but I think people generally agree with me that it's the weakest of the three. I saw like one or two episodes and then stopped. But yeah. What am I doing? Right. Sorry, I'm zoning out here talking about this. Kingdom of Heaven. I saw Kingdom of Heaven like when it came out, when it first came out. So the theatrical cut, and apparently the director's cut was a lot better. I personally didn't really. I mean, I don't know. I can't really tell you much about it because I mean, I saw it when I was like 10 years old. So and I haven't seen it since. Or maybe I have seen it since, but I forgot about it. So yeah, I don't know. But Ridley Scott generally comes out with fairly generic period piece movies, so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I'm missing out on anything. If I'm, if I don't watch it again. So, I mean, Ridley Scott is generally a pretty like generic director. It's not even just his period piece movies. I think generally, I mean, he's come out with some amazing movies, but mainly because of the people that he's worked with. Um, Not necessarily because he's an outstanding auteur director. um, though I really liked The Martian. That was a really good movie. And again, I think a big part of that, the reason why that was good, is because the ensemble cast is like some of the best in the industry, like Matt Damon and Jeff Daniels and like massive like cast of characters that pop on the screen for like 2 minutes and then disappear that I probably couldn't name off the top of my head. Um, TV actors that that have gone on to do bigger and better things. Um, um, yeah. So yeah, again, I couldn't recommend it because I don't know how to recommend it because I barely have any memories. I remember like Orlando Bloom in Kingdom of Heaven. Like I have like screenshots in my head of like moments in the movie. And I remember there's the scene with the guy with the mask was Baldwin of Jerusalem, um who I know about because I know bits about the Crusades, and he's the Leper King, so he's got that really cool looking like silver mask on him. Um yeah. Um if I were to recommend period piece things, um some TV shows that have actually come out fairly recently. Oh, really? Not even just fairly recently. I mean, I'll go through a bunch of TV shows, from chronological order, really, from the 2000s. Um, about 2 years ago, I saw for the first time Rome. Oh my god, the game crashed. All right. Let's see. Okay, I'll play for another 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and then stop. Anyways, so I highly recommend Rome. It's a two season run. I don't know, you're British, so series. It's a two series show about the rise of Julius Caesar. Oh no, it's not necessarily about the rise of Julius Caesar. I think this is like it starts just before his crossing of the Rubicon and the declaration of Julius Caesar as the head of state. Sorry, as the enemy of the state of Rome. the kind of prescription of Julius Caesar, and so he like in the first episode he does the crossing of the Rubicon, and Pompey flees Rome with the Senate. Um, um, uh, and I think it ends um with the death of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. It's a pretty big like span of history there. Um, Unfortunately, the second season is kind of like condensed. They were planning on having more episodes in the season, but they had to cut it short because they were getting cancelled by HBO. So yeah, originally they had like a 5 series run planned out. They have actually come out with like the kind of overarching plan for the TV series if they'd actually like come out with it um somewhere on YouTube, I think, with like the general plot lines of where all the characters go and like how they relate to the story, because there are a lot of there are these two characters in Rome, Polo and Varenus, who are like they're kind of like the Forrest Gump of the TV series. They kind of like pop up in like the very notable series of events in in that period of time. So like Polo is a centurion, one of the leading centurions who goes with Julius Caesar when Julius Caesar goes to Egypt, and the implication in that show is that Polo is actually the father of Caesarion. He because Cleopatra, of course, in the show is a very promiscuous woman, and she essentially goes out to the Roman camps and asks for one of the centurions uh, to have sex with her, and so the implication is throughout the second season is that, oh yeah, like this guy is the father of Caesarion, and I think the fate of Caesarion is very interesting in that show as well. In the history books, he disappears, but um, yeah. But you should watch the show. Rome is very good. I've been watching Deadwood as well. Um, that's a great show. Big fan of Deadwood. It's I think talked about it before, but Deadwood is essentially a show about this illegal settlement in like the Native American lands. Just a bit of context. Essentially, America fights a war with the Indians, and then eventually they end the war. They sign a peace treaty. They draw borders for the Indian lands. But of course, Deadwood, this town, is one of these is a settlement, is an American settlement that is illegally placed on Indian land, and for the big portion of the first and second seasons, the show is essentially like the townsfolk, the leading townsfolk in Deadwood, are trying to effectively convince the United States, mainly through bribes and frontier politics, but they're trying to convince the United States to annex the town of Deadwood and bring them into the United States. And so you have this interesting situation because the town of Deadwood, I mean, they technically have their own government, so they've been well, or at least in big part because they want to make themselves appear to be like a legitimate American town. So they've got their own like local municipal government with like representatives and stuff. But obviously it's all like it's incredibly informal, and there's a lot of corruption and cajoling going on, and uh a lot of murdering going on. People, yeah, it's yeah, great show. I highly recommend that one. This is another HBO TV show that came out around the same time as Rome, actually. It's kind of crazy to think about, because I mean, bear in mind, period pieces are incredibly fucking expensive. And especially in the early 2000s, these were like some of the most expensive TV shows of all time, even to this day, really. I think with HBO's Rome TV show, they actually went to Italy and contracted this like Italian production company to produce like sets. Spent hundreds of millions of dollars on these incredibly elaborate and expensive sets for like Roman courtyards and Roman and like this massive. I mean, it's not there anymore because it burnt down, unfortunately, in the late 2000s. There's this massive fucking forum that was built for the TV show, like a one-to-one forum, Roman forum, like I mean, a forum in Rome, I should say specifically. Um, not in the Empire of Rome. Um, yeah, no, it's amazing. Another TV show. I would say it's probably my favorite TV show of all time. Called The Terror. Something that came out in 2016 or 2017. Which actually, funnily enough, has a lot of the same cast from the Rome TV series. Like Cillian Hines, who played Julius Caesar, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but like, and Jared Harris is in that one as well. He's like, I would argue, the main character of that TV show. Um, and The Terror is essentially, it's a story, a fictionalized story about the British expedition to find the Northwestern Passage, which was a kind of theoretical at the time. Obviously, we know there is a Northwestern Passage, but it's a theoretical way to the Eastern Hemisphere through the Arctic. And so this is a very incredibly innovative expedition on like three British warships that are specifically designed for transit through the Arctic wastes. And yeah, and it's a horror story as well because things go wrong, and yeah, it goes horribly, horribly wrong. Um, um, like I lost a lot of progress here. And, um, yeah, I wanted to. I might be able to end this war before. You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. We're declaring war on Georgia. Imperialism. And I'm gonna try and force Russia into this. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I didn't realize Kiev was gonna join it. Well, I might as well take this land from Kiev. I mean, it's actually an opportunity for me. I'll take the land in the southern region. Um. Uh. I don't mind this too much. Oh, fuck, I forgot. This is another thing. I forgot to annex these people. Alright. These guys are going to start moving to the eastern coast in Tunis. this is what we're going for. We're taking, funnily enough, a lot of the territory claimed by Russia um, in the current Ukrainian war. Of these guys get some galloping hussars. 5 hussars. 5. Royal mortars. Awesome. I think that's everybody. Christ, Franco Crata. No, it's not driftwood, it's deadwood. Oh, yeah, I guess you're on your phone. I just realized, yeah. You probably got that okay. Autocorrect. It is incredibly adult, so I wouldn't watch that around the kids. It's very... Oh my god, it's, yeah. Oh no. What the fuck? Okay, so where am I relocating everybody? We're gonna relocate to check out this thing as well. That one there, keep this one out. Up north, Holstein. Move, Holstein. This guy. Move this one up. Check back. I might move these guys as well. Elbow marshes. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, it's deadwood. There is, I mean, deadwood still exists to this day, and it's actually a fairly big, like, tourist attraction. This deadwood is like it's the, like, memorial place for this big, this, well-known cowboy named, Wild Bill Hickok. He was actually a character, in the show. It's a very, very well-known, like, Wild Western town. Oh, oh, I can take a lot of this land here. I'm thinking I might really capitalize on this. Yeah, that's a lot. 89. I mean, I'm probably gonna lose, this, alliance with Russia if I take all this. I'm not gonna overdo it. That really makes you think, like, if I'm taking this from Kiev, how much am I taking from Georgia? Definitely make it to the coastline. That's a lot. Wow, that's crazy. But essentially, what I want to do is take all of this. Yeah, I don't know. The other period piece TV shows that I'd recommend. I can't really think off the top of my. But those are the three big ones. Like two of them are HBO, and the other one I think is on Amazon Prime. Um, oh, I'm not sure if I've recommended this to you specifically, but I'd recommend Death by Lightning, which came out last year or 2 years ago. Um, that one is a show about the presidency of the shortest lived president who died like 9 months into his administration from a gun wound that he essentially from a gun wound that he that's inflicted upon him 6 months before he died. So he dies from like sepsis, like poor wound management. Um, it was a completely avoidable like death. Um, the big, it's a real, the biggest irony of the show, and he's like a really great like, I mean, at least the show depicts this guy as like, um, this kind of um kind of like a goody two-shoes president who's dealing with an incredibly corrupt, like, administration. He surrounds himself, or at least he tries to surround himself with a lot of, like-minded, reformist, Republican, um, ministers. And I'm trying to figure out what this is, so, right. Right, we are going to demand the extradition of Jan Yapix from Nova Omelandia. Yes. Perfect. Jan Yapix is dead. I feel like I should move my troops out to Constantinople. It might be an issue with... Oh, maybe not. Let's yeah, the mob. Burgers. I want to see... have more Latin pops in Constantinople than Greek pops, so I might actually switch the market capital from Salimbria. It's only going to cost me 800. And we're going to move it to Constantinople. And then we'll wait a month and see what happens. I Oh, this is another thing I want to do. I'm going to have a look at burgers. And once again, we are going to switch, relocate the market from Crackers, this Georgian, primarily, to a Latin city. So we're going to get a Latin market language. Might do a similar thing with this Syrian market center, but I feel... Yeah, you know, I might do that. That way I can get some Latin majority market center. Do I need Bruges? I don't think I do. Have a look at the market. Yep, we're gonna break it. Destroy the market. Maybe destroy this one. Oh, and then we'll relocate this market to Utrecht. And that way, there we go. So, get the temporary goods bonus, and we have a Latin culture language capital. Now that we're here in Lübeck, let's have a look at... ooh. I was thinking about, like, where can I move the capital? Maybe Hamburg? Yeah, there are so many German pubs. This is a problem for me. Because I'm not going to get any assimilation in, like, majority area. Okay, so we're going to sit here for a bit. Calibrate, regain those forces. Alright, I'm going to try not to take too much land off my Russia. Oh, fucking hell. Russians took this. Know what I can do. I'm just going to block up the Russians. Back. I want to get like a land border with my empire here. One way to do it. I probably want to take... Well, who owns this? This is Vassal the Sutayids. If I can, I will try and take this. I'm going to try and take this Caucasian as well. I'm going to make a big, like, expedition to Caucasian lands. Because I feel like railroads are going to be a big game changer as far as proximity goes. Alright, so... Alright, I think this is a good place to end it. So we're gonna exit. Good night to everybody. Good night. Good night, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow streaming stuff. I'm probably gonna play some more, I don't remember what it's called. Crisis. Okay, good night.